Imagine if someone told you that the best way to handle your money is actually to spend it. Welcome to the era of soft saving, where the old school dream of retiring at 65 is quietly fading. Our parents were taught to practice hard saving, work for decades, grind consistently, delay enjoyment, all in the hope of reaching a so-called golden age that they might be too exhausted to fully enjoy. But today, nearly 2 out of 3 people would rather improve their quality of life now than accumulate a larger bank balance for later. We're shifting away from hustle culture and toward a softer life, one that prioritizes mental wellness, meaningful experiences, and balance over a retirement date that feels increasingly uncertain. For years, we were sold the safe plan: work for 40 years, max out your retirement accounts, and maybe, just maybe, you'll finally get to live at 65. But the math isn't working anymore. Home prices have risen more than 1,000% since the 1970s, while wages have barely moved. Many of us face a loyalty penalty for staying too long at one company. We carry heavy student debt, and on social media, filtered financial lifestyles make it seem like everyone else is winning except us. The old system asks us to sacrifice today so we can finally live decades from now. But after witnessing global pandemics, historic inflation, and sudden economic shocks, we understand something important. The future is not guaranteed. This isn't laziness, it's realism. We're simply unwilling to trade our healthiest, most energetic years for a promise that may never materialize. So the question becomes, how do we navigate a broken economy without ending up broke ourselves? There are 3 practical steps we can take. First, we get loud. Literally. It's called loud budgeting. For years, the real enemy wasn't inflation, it was embarrassment. We said yes to overpriced dinners, expensive trips, or impulse purchases just to avoid looking cheap. Now, that shame is fading. Loud budgeting means openly stating your financial boundaries, looking a friend in the eye and saying, "I'm skipping that concert because I'm maxing out my investment account this month." When limits become public, pressure loses power. And something else happens. We reduce doom spending, that stress-driven habit of buying things to soothe anxiety about the economy. Second, we outsource discipline to systems. We don't need to be heroes, we need to be architects. Smart automation tools can move small amounts, sometimes just cents, into savings every day based on your real-time checking balance. This removes emotion from the equation. At the same time, investing is becoming more accessible through fractional ownership. You no longer need to buy an entire building to gain real estate exposure. You can purchase small, bite-sized shares through digital platforms. What used to require a large, rigid commitment can now be flexible and liquid. Third, embrace the dupe economy. For years, we were told that the logo mattered, that prestige justified the price. But paying full price for a brand name is increasingly seen as inefficient. If 2 products have the same ingredients or performance and one costs a fraction of the price, choosing the lower-cost option becomes a rational move. The money saved from avoiding the cool tax can be redirected into investments, into index funds, into assets that compound over time. This approach allows us to support what genuinely matters to us, whether that's technology, creativity, or personal expression, without sacrificing long-term stability. And ultimately, this shift goes beyond money. It's a mindset transformation. We're recognizing that memories generate a different kind of return. Research consistently shows that the satisfaction from buying material items fades quickly, but the satisfaction from experiences tends to grow as those moments become part of who we are. This is the philosophy of maximizing fulfillment across your entire life, not just at the end. Instead of deferring joy indefinitely, many are choosing mini retirements or intentional sabbaticals in their 20s and 30s. Because our biological capital, our energy, health, mobility, is finite and non-renewable. Soft saving allows us to invest in ourselves as the ultimate asset. It protects against burnout, and it ensures we arrive at the finish line too drained to enjoy the victory. In the end, the most meaningful return on investment won't be a number on a statement. It will be the quiet confidence that we actually lived. We're all searching for that balance between living well today and building security for tomorrow. And perhaps the real opportunity isn't choosing one over the other, it's rewriting the rules so both can coexist.